Hi, I get a number of requests from customers about the process after they get a pre-approval. So I just thought take you briefly through the steps from pre-approval right through to settlement and owning your own house. So I hope it's helpful. Let's talk about the pre-approval first. Basically, a pre-approval is an approval in principle, and the lender has done an assessment on your income, your liabilities, your credit history, etc. And they've assessed that you're able to borrow the amount of money that you need to borrow to buy a house worth so much. And so they give you a pre-approval. It's an approval saying if you find the right place, we'll give you the money that we said we were able to lend you. So from there, what the next stage really is to find the house. When you find the place, the vendor or the real estate that's working on behalf of the seller, they'll give you a contract of sale, and they'll expect that to show your intention that you'll place a small deposit on that house, usually about 0.25%. Now, when you place that deposit on the house, that will give you either a 5, a 7, or a 10-day cooling off period. We generally ask for a 10-day cooling off period because that gives time for, firstly, your lender to convert that pre-approval into a formal approval or an unconditional approval. That means they've got to go and do a valuation on that house and just make sure that everything is correct in terms of the valuation on the market. It also gives your conveyancer time to do a pest control and a structural check on your house, make sure that's okay. And just in case you don't have a full 10% deposit to pull on that house after your cooling off period, gives your mortgage broker time to go and get what's called a deposit guarantee or a bond, which actually sits in place of that deposit until settlement. So those three elements are all in play in that cooling off period. So after the cooling off period expires, then you'll be expected to place a substantial 10% deposit on that house, so to show that you want to buy it. And then from there, whether it's a cash deposit or a deposit guarantee, then usually you'll have been sent to you the loan contracts. So I would give that usually about a week after you receive a formal approval. So just make sure you get your formal approval from the lender saying we are very happy to lend you the money based on the valuation and based on your servicing before you put that 10% deposit down. That's really important. Otherwise, it places you in a position where you've let go of 10% and you're not sure whether the lender is going to lend you the money. So make sure you do that, get the confirmation by a formal approval from your lender, and then you're able to place that 10%. And then usually it's about 45 days from the cooling off period, the end of the cooling off period, where you pay your 10%, to when the loan settles and the transfer of deeds get placed in your name, and you basically own the house or are owning the house, paying off the mortgage. So I hope that's helpful. If you still have some more questions, don't hesitate to give me a call or send me an email to markbmortgagebroker.com, and I'll be happy to help you out. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks.